In the year 2014, a new squad of operatives was chosen by the College of Illusion. These fools promptly went on to frustrate their DM at every opportunity. Today, still working together, because really, who else would work with them? They survive as adventurers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the Second Breakfast Club.
Tony Kinney as Eddie Falzone.
Jess Owen as Adira Glow.
Michael Cole as Uorag.
Jesse Wicks as Bill Quiverlance.
Nico Rodriguez as your DM.
Welcome back to the continuing tales of A Fool's Quest.
Well, I think this is going to be a fight one way or another. You guys want to rush them?
We shall test their mettle.
I think it's very valiant of you. I'll play you off. Or do you want me to keep it down so we have a moment to sneak up on them? Or?
Yeah, he's got me invisible.
Yeah,
so.
she's invisible, so she's sneaking up on him. She's the surprise attack.
I'm just gonna look
you
at
can
him.
be as loud as you want.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna start performing my arcane art, my poetry and symbols, and I am going to give 1d4 to damage, and I guess just maintain the next time somebody successfully assists the target, because I get to cast it too. But yep. And I'm just gonna cast it on Adira to give, but so I have a vicious cacophony though, so it'll be plus 2d4 to your next attack.
Plus your other d4.
So that's your normal attack of D8 plus 3d4. Okay, all right.
Plus you're invisible.
Plus you're invisible. And you're raging, I assume.
Yeah. Well, I just want to look over at Eddie, and after this is all happening, like right after he turned me invisible, correct?
Yep, yeah.
I just look at him and say, "Time to glow," and a question.
Time to glow.
Time to glow. And I go into my rage, and I start running toward the guys.
So as Adira rages, what type of weapon do you have?
A giant axe.
Yeah, so you've got a giant axe, and as a fire genasi, when you rage, your fire extends to your weapon, giving it an additional damage roll. What did we say that it did? Was it plus 1d or just plus 1 damage, right?
Plus one fire.
So it makes whatever you hit, if it's flammable, it'll catch on fire, and it does plus 1 damage to whatever. All right, and you charge forward to go attack.
Yes.
All right, so these people don't see you. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Bill, as a part of your discern reality, you recognize that the tabards have a small patch on them, and that small patch shows that these people are from the School of Evocation.
Okay. Also, I just remembered to roll, so I got a 9.
Okay. So on a 9 as a bard, so you cast that, and one of the people, the halfling of the 4, stops crawling through the darkness or stops creeping through the plateau like it's foggy outside, and they notice you, and they start charging after you. The other 3 continue to creep through the plateau.
They had something to see through the fog.
Oh.
So they don't know the fog's gone.
All right, and so it's back over to Adira.
And we just flipped it on them.
And Adira, you're charging forward to do some attacks.
Yeah, so the halfling would obviously be the one that's closest.
Oh yeah, he definitely gets closest to you.
Okay. 13.
So that is definitely a hit. So you do a D10 damage, which is plus your fire damage. So D10 plus 1. And then you add 3 more D4s to that roll.
12 points.
12 points of damage.
Holy shit.
All right.
So I'd be running right at him, and my weapon is held in my hand. I'm right-hand dominant, so I'd swing that bitch right toward his face.
Not only do you hit him in the face, you split him right down the middle. Like head to groin, cut this little halfling in half. He explodes into fire from your fire axe, and he doesn't bleed though. He dissolves like a puff of smoke around you. Which you all would recognize as illusory's magic still.
Yeah.
That did not just happen.
So,
And Adira, you become visible again.
yes.
Yeah.
And so I think we are into combat now. So everybody rolls their initiative with the exception of Adira, who went first.
I got a 10.
Just 2d6 plus nothing, right?
Yeah.
All right. 9.
3.
You still go before them. So. All right. So Adira's first, and then Eddie.
All right. So the bad guys are illusions. I want to spout lore. Do I know anything about whether this is like a test? Does anyone else know anything about that?
All of you would know about the school testing.
Damn.
And so if somebody was going to aid you,
I will aid.
No, when I spout lore about a subject that no one knows, no one else has any clue about, I get +1.
oh, you would probably get a +1 because you are more familiar than any of them about illusion magic.
In that case, that's 11.
Okay.
No,
It's
12. Sorry.
A 12?
Yep.
All right, so with a 12, you would know that while illusion magic is used for some tests, it is always told to you beforehand to make sure that everything is safe. Having illusion magic with fog around a cliff face is nothing your instructors would ever do because it would put other people at risk. But this is definitely illusion school.
So there's some traitors around or something. But we got to get rid of these illusions. And we're a little ways away from our house now, so I can't just run back in and do another ritual.
You can attempt to do a small ritual on a very small targeted thing. Something as big as the fog, you definitely would have needed a full place of power. But you do have the ability to ritually cast on your own.
Okay.
Especially for dispelling illusion magic.
In that case, I want to dispel. Are these all separate illusions then? Yeah, because
Yep.
she killed the one. So I'm gonna just try to dispel one of them with just a little ritual.
Okay.
Get my little, salt shaker out or whatever, and make a circle and a triangle.
All right, so we're going to say that you start that during this turn because you already spouted lore for part of your thing too.
Oh yeah.
So we'll say you start this ritual, and on your next turn, we'll resolve that ritual.
Cool.
And Bill.
Bill will give Uorag the vicious cacophony this time. Start telling him how beautiful of a beast I'm sure he'll be when he rips them apart or some such. And so I'm going to roll for that to try and give him 2d4 to his damage roll. 14.
14.
Yeah.
All right. So that does exactly what you want it to do.
So what is the benefit there?
You get plus 2d4 to your next damage roll.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Which takes us to Uorag's turn.
And Uorag will shapeshift into a razor boar
Okay.
and charge into combat.
All right. So you drop from the sky as an eagle. Right before you hit the ground, turn into one of these razor boars.
Full gallop.
Full gallop right toward this thing. All right, and do your hack and slash.
7.
All right, so let me look real quick again. So that's definitely going to be it's definitely going to be a hit, but the enemy's going to be able to make a hit against you in the same turn. All right, so go ahead and resolve your hit.
8 total.
All right, so what does the kill shot look like for you?
Well, as a razor boar, all of his attacks are tagged as close and messy. So he just gets in there and shreds, reeling the head back and forth, shredding with the tusks.
And the antlers.
Yes, and the antlers.
All right, and just as you're doing that, this elvish warrior brings its sword down on your hindquarters for 4 points of damage. Minus any armor that you have. 1.
So 3 points of armor.
Oh, 3 points of armor?
Yeah.
So it did 1 point of damage. Yeah. All right, and it dissolves into mist as well. And that takes us to the bad guys' turns. So there are 2 more bad guys. Both of them are going to turn and attack Uorag, actually, as the closest person there.
I'm right there in the mix of it.
Oh, man. Okay, so the first one goes to swing and critically misses, and what we will do is say that as it goes to attack, the ritual that Eddie was casting finishes off, and they just dissolve into nothingness. So right as they're about to stab you with their sword, they just poof into mist all around you, and they disappear. And then the other one, ooh, that's a definite hit. For 7 points of damage.
7 minus 3.
Yep, so 4 points of damage. And so they run up with their sword and they slash right into your razor boar side.
Alrighty.
Causing some damage. And that takes us back to the top of the Adira.
Alright, and then who's closest to me?
There's only one guy left.
Alright. Okay. Just do another hack and slash then, okay?
Okay.
So 8 points of damage to him.
What'd you roll for your attack?
Oh, wait. I didn't, sorry.
2d6 plus your strength.
Yeah, that was the 8, sorry.
Oh,
That
the
was-
8?
Sorry.
Okay,
That
so that
was
means an 8 means that you hit him, but he also gets to hit you back.
Okay.
So roll up your damage.
Oh, so 11.
So 11 points of damage is going to be enough to kill him. So how do you kill him while he slashes back at you?
After that last one, I would have basically just been swinging it back down. So I'd have been the same motion, just downward.
All right.
So I would come down across the center.
All right. You come down across the center and split him wide open just as his sword pierces your left shoulder. And it does 5 points of damage. Make sure to take your armor out of that.
4.
Yep. So you have 4 armor.
No, I've only got 1. So wouldn't it only 4 points?
Yeah. Yep. All right, you did it. You guys dissolved these 4 things.
So, quick note, as far as my healing goes, are those just temporary hit points? Is that what we decided on?
Yeah.
But
So
they'll cap out at your max hit points. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so, I just wanted to make sure before I did it. In that case, I am going to sing a song to Uorag and sing him a healing song, and I'll heal him for 2d8.
Okay.
Oh, I like when you
Temporary
sing
hit
to
points.
me.
It's I assume infused with illusion, so it'll cover all his wounds, make him look nice and pretty and ready for battle, and I'll convince him that he's fine. He was never hurt. That's how I give temporary hit points. I don't know what you thought you saw.
It still burns a little.
All right, so make your roll.
12.
A 12? Okay, so 12
Sorry, that's the wrong thing. 12 is how many hit points. I forgot to roll the 2d6 first.
Yep.
9.
Okay, so you cast this healing song to him with your symbols, and in the middle of doing this symbol symphony, you draw the attention of the Griffin, and the Griffin starts heading your way from the town and flying out directly to attack.
As you're just crashing symbols together.
Yes.
Healing.
Sorry,
Uorag's
when I play the
head.
symbols, I want you to imagine that I am playing them like Job's chicken dance from Arrested Development. Just
I imagine you sitting down like cross-legged, like one of those little monkeys.
the laziest symbol playing of all time.
You have to sit down to do it.
Are you going to dispel the Griffin too?
I don't know if that one's an illusion.
Can't hurt to try, right?
Can't hurt to try.
We'll be right back after these messages.
After the mysterious death of his father, Vartan returns home to uncover the truth with the help of his newfound friends, Baya and Ovik. But his hometown of Eterno may have something even more sinister in store for them. Join us for their journey into the untold at etherealembracepodcast.com or anywhere you listen to podcasts by searching for Ethereal Embrace.
And now let's get back to the fun.
Okay.
When last we left our hero,
The Griffin is flying toward you all to attack. Specifically toward Bill.
Did I get a good look at the illusions that we just dispersed?
Yeah.
Good enough to maybe recreate them with a silent image?
Yes.
I'm going to do so. That's a 10.
A 10? Okay.
I'm going to recreate them. Yeah, right out there kind of creeping around and looking around like they're alarmed and get back, get duck.
You telling me to duck?
Yeah, all of us.
Oh, okay.
Get behind something.
I'll shape-shift into something like a bunny or something. I'm a jackalope.
Boy, it's no ordinary rabbit. That's the most foul, cruel, and bad-tempered rodent you ever set eyes on.
All right.
I'll take cover.
And an 8 for my shape.
That was a 9 on my roll. That wasn't a 10 on my roll.
Okay, well,
Well, that
Okay.
changes things.
That
Yeah.
change
Oh,
that
here's-
changes some things.
Here's that basic moves.
I got one. They gave me one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
That's gonna either put me in a spot. The next spell disturbs the. I'm gonna take the -1 ongoing to cast a spell until the next time I prepare spells.
okay. So you are -1. It rolled a 6, and so it changes its target away. You can see it visibly change its target away from Bill and start chasing one of the illusions as you all go to hide, right?
Yes, chasing one of the illusions
That you just created.
of the guys that were illusions, right?
Yeah.
So it's not on the same side as them.
Ooh. I like it.
All right, and
Is the Griffin ours?
you rolled an 8 on your shapeshift,
Yeah, so I have 2 hold.
so you can hold 2. Okay.
Yep.
And you shapeshifted into what?
Rabbit, but since I have antlers, it's pretty much a jackalope.
Okay.
And it's not tiny. It's like the size of a dog.
All right, so are you wanting to like sprint away and hide as this jackalope?
Yeah, I'm just going to shoot for like a bush or some sort of shrubbery.
A shrubbery!
All right, I will give you that as an action, but it will be one of your moves.
Fair.
All right. And Adira. What are you doing?
I'd be hiding, I guess.
Okay. All right. So you hide like behind one of the houses or
Whatever's closest. It's going
Alright.
to give me cover.
yeah. Yeah, so it's big and bright as you are, probably a house is going to be the best thing for you. So you take off running, but you notice this griffin isn't attacking you. And it flies down and it attacks and rips one of your illusions to shreds. And it dissipates much like the other ones did. The ones that you guys just killed did. All right, and let's go ahead and roll initiative again for all of you to see who goes in what order. 2d6.
6.
2.
6. It's just straight 2d6?
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
6.
5.
Okay. All right. So,
I got a 3 for the roll-up.
Oh, got a 9.
9. All right. So it goes to Uorag first.
Okay. I wonder if the griffin is wild. And is just looking for something to do. I don't know. I will speak to it from the bush.
What are you doing here?
Okay. And the griffin pays you no mind. It's like it can't even hear you.
I wonder if it's an illusion too.
Well done!
Do I sense that it has like a
spirit?
Yeah, do I see the spirit
No
of
spirit.
the griffin? Yeah, so.
Alrighty then.
Who's next?
After Uorag, it is Eddie.
Alright, I am going to discern realities about the griffin.
Okay.
Gonna see, or its wing beats disturbing the dust on the ground, things like that.
Yep.
So that's a 14.
Oh, wow. Roll again. Well, that's definitely...
Straight 10 on the dice, so 13.
Wow. Roll one more time.
6.
Okay. Almost had our 3 crits. Yeah, no. So you definitely not only recognize that this is an illusion, it is not a real griffin, but the magic used to weave this has a different type of signature for an illusion spell than what the people that you just destroyed were and what the fog was. All 3 illusions, or groups of illusions I should say, have been different. They have different signatures.
I don't know what's going on, but whoever made this, well, they didn't make those other illusions. And whoever made those other illusions didn't make the fog or this.
Perhaps it is someone from the school.
Someone's.
With as good of a roll as you just had, it's the signature of the magic, so it could be the same person if they had magic items that had different imprints as well. So it could be a different spellcaster for each one, but it also could be magic items that have different spell casting sources.
I'll share that information. So it could be different casters, or it could be just one person with several different items. But either way, we got to get rid of that griffin.
All right. Eddie, add one more LP to your list, and that takes us to Adira's turn.
I can't really do much of anything, can I?
It's
Well,
at ground level where you could go attack it.
alright. Then I will go to attack. Well, 8 on the roll. And that's a hit, right?
An 8 is a hit, but it gets to hit you back.
Okay.
Did you add your strength to that?
No, I haven't. We roll 2d6 for the attack, right?
Plus your strength.
Plus your strength.
Oh, no, I did not. That would have been a 10 then.
Then
Sorry.
it does not get to hit you back.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm trying to save you.
Alright. I'm not in a rage at this point. So, 10 points of damage. So, I'd run at him and slash upwards with my axe.
Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, so you chunk right into this thing, and it took a lot of damage. In fact, if it wasn't an illusion, it might have screeched out in pain, but it is an illusion, so it just took the brunt. And it is going to take its turn now and attack Adira in turn. So it's going to slash at you with its talons, and that is an 11 to hit. So it hits you. Oh man, it hits you for 5 points of damage. So only 4 damage to you. As it scratches at you with its talons and lets out a screech. And it tries to pin you down on the ground with its talons, but you hold firm the way you are.
Okay.
And that takes us back up to Uorag.
I'm going to, as a large jackalope, burst out of the brush, run at it full speed, and then jump right into its belly for like a cannonball style attack.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
That'd be a hack and slash.
Yeah.
6.
Nope.
Yeah.
So yeah, big antlered bunny runs out of a bush and jumps at it and misses.
Mm-hmm. And
now, was that my second hold?
No, because that's just a hack and slash.
Okay.
So you would stay. And then that is Eddie's turn.
Those illusions can hurt us. I'm gonna, if I have those minor illusion guys attack it, would I be able to do like my D4 damage to it that way?
Yeah.
Instead of having to go up and stab it myself.
Yeah.
Because that
if you
doesn't seem
controlled them for your turn.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do for my turn is just have those illusions go up and just kind of muddy things up for it and also hurt it.
Yeah.
It'd be a hack and slash.
Does Bill not get to go?
Oh yeah, did we skip?
Oh, yeah, I rolled a skip, Bill.
Oh, I thought I rolled a 2, so that was what happened.
Yeah, you did roll a 2, but
You would be last in line, right?
yeah, you'd be last after the bad guy, and we skipped you. Sorry.
Sorry.
That's fine. I'm just going to do my arcane mart and weave a performance in. I'm going to do Eldritch Tones lets me use 2 of them, so I'm going to do the Healing Song and the Vicious Cacophony for Adira. So I have to roll 2d6 plus 5. I rolled a 3.
Oh man, so that's a critical failure. If you rolled a natural 3, so roll again.
I'd rather not. That's 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Alright, so it's still just a failure, so your spell fizzles and no benefits go to Adira.
That's what you get trying to play 2 songs at once.
I'm playing
with one symbol.
How can you be off key with a symbol?
Same note.
Clapped them together too hard and they got stuck. Suction.
In the morning dew.
Okay.
Didn't read the sheet.
I guess we could have skipped him anyway.
I'm glad we retconned that to have you do nothing.
Yeah. Well done.
All right, back to Eddie.
Just one more chance for you to put the
roll
symbol
my hack and slash. Yeah, no, that's a 4 on the dice.
But you run up and swing and...
But my illusions do.
Oh yeah, your illusions run up and swing and they are flopping their arms all around. But they're illusions, so they just puff into the side of this other illusion.
Yeah.
They just dissolve into its side.
Alright.
Jesus. And that takes us to Adira's turn. Who has no perks from the bard.
Got nothing. I'm all on my own here.
Yeah,
Anything
all
I
on
just
your own.
distracted you.
Adira, let me play you these songs. She's like,
Okay,
Play the song of my people.
I rolled an 8 to hit. Plus 2. So 10.
Yep, 10's a hit.
And
How do you destroy this thing? Because it had 1 hit point left.
Nice.
well, I hit him for 7 more. Anyway, I would run and charge and jump on his back and slice my
All right, so you slice your axe or hand?
axe. Yeah, sorry, axe.
Your axe right through the head of this griffin, and it poofs into a bunch of mist, and the spell is over. And You hear from the house that you're hiding behind an NPC named Mr. Magoo. I don't know. I had nothing. So I don't know why I didn't have a name. I have so much prepared. It just says, need a good NPC name.
Happens. John Smith?
Mr. Insert name here.
I couldn't think of one when I wrote this, and apparently I forgot I needed one. So Mr.
You've done it again.
John Smith.
So Mr. Magoo says, Adira, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
Be concerned.
You're swinging your axe around at nothing.
Well, you didn't see the nothing I saw. It was a griffin, you see.
Listen to what I say.
How about I just go eat some hay? I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may. What do you say?
All right. Is this official school business?
You didn't hear the alarm?
No.
Well, then I got nothing. Someone smarter than me, please.
There were some illusions here. Just school business. It's all taken care of. I promise you. There's nothing to be worried about.
Someone's messing with us.
All right. And it begins to dawn on you as combat fades, the fighting fades, the panic from the alarm going off fades away, that today is the first day of the new month. And being the first day of the new month, there are assignments for kitchen cleaning duty. And the last group to reach the Master's Council is stuck on kitchen cleaning duty. This has all been a brilliantly orchestrated illusion to make your group late to council.
Son of a bitch must pay.
The bells.
Time to glow! And I run back to the school.
All right, so you head back toward the center of town to where the actual Master's Council would be?
Yep.
All right. Eddie, how many LP do you have?
4.
Okay. If the party has 4 or more lateness points,
God damn it!
by the time they get to class, they are worse than Gary's group, but better than the Frex. So you are worse than the Potters, but better than the Bells. So as you arrive, you see that the Potters are already sitting down, very ready for council to begin. You do see that the dean, Mr. Smelting, is at the front of the class, and you notice that there are a couple people here from the Bells group, but not all of them. So you as a party have beaten them in your entirety. So even though there are a couple of them that are there, you guys are not quite the last.
The latest.
Yes. So upon entering, you are going to immediately know that you will have to clean up the cafeteria still, but you're not going to have to clean up the kitchen and scrub dishes and sweep and mop and stuff.
Right.
So you'll have to clear the trays, wash the tables, and then you'll be able to escape.
Well, I can burn all the napkins.
Whereas the Potters group, they're just going to be able to eat and bounce and get back to their studies because you guys missed it by 1 point. As you arrive to the Master's Council, you find Dean Smelting impatiently waiting for you. The broad and aged dwarf sits in an oversized wooden chair and says, "Why wouldn't you keep me waiting? Everyone else does, especially that ex-wife of mine. Let's take your seats." He motions to your chairs.
I pick up my chair and carry it out the door and go back home. Just kidding. Go sit down.
Mr. Smelting is a bumbling dwarf dean, and generally you would have a whole council here, but you notice it's just him today, sitting up in his chair as kind of the head of the studies. what you know about the Potter group. So the Potters are a group of 3. They're all half-orcs. The first half-orc is Gary Slaughter. And strangely enough, he's supposed to be like this child savant when it comes to illusion magic. He's the one that kind of, is supposed to be the leader of the party here. But to be quite honest, Hermione Deranger, she is the true badass illusionist of the 3 of them. But she's kind of a bossy little shit, and people have a really hard time like dealing with her bullshit. So she doesn't really take the group lead. That would be Gary Slaughter. And then finally, somebody who's not super magically inclined at all is Don Beasley. But he is just really lucky to have met Gary and Hermione. And he just tags along with them as kind of the meathead muscle.
You're dumb as a mule and twice as ugly.
As you take a look around, you see that the rest of the Bell group gets there. The Bell group, on the other hand, has more members than you. There are 5 of them. The first one, they are all halflings as well. So the first one is Beach. He's super awkward and loud. Then there is Beady Crater. He's kind of a jock, and he always talks about the next, gnome bug catcher game. Very sports guy. Then there is Valley. She is super superficial. Just ridiculous. She is super concerned about how the other schools will see the School of Illusion, and those 3 are not really the casters of the group. They're either tactics or charisma, or they're the face, different things like that, or the broad one, the beefy one. The 2 casters for Illusion School there, one is Mesa. She is super smart and is the only person in the party that can really keep up with her studies, and really can only keep up with Gary, Hermione, and Eddie. And then finally, the leader of the group, his name is Frack, and he's a cocky, smart mouth illusionist that thinks he's just better than everyone because he comes from money and thinks he should be awesome. So those are the Bells. And those are the 3 cliques of the upperclassmen.
The Bells and the Potters.
Yeah, so as the rest of them get there...
We need a name.
Dean... Yeah, you need a name. I didn't give you guys a name. The Dean says, as the 3 cliques of the upperclassmen, you are expected to be timely and prepared for your studies each day. The School of Illusion is a school that creates misdirection, mirages, phantoms, and desires. It does not create tardiness. Now, there is something important we need to discuss today. You may have noticed that I am the only instructor here. That is because something has occurred. Something that is going to change the very dynamic of the school. Only one of you is going to be elected to be the next group to leave the school as a party. While all 3 of you have proven your abilities in the art of illusion, as well as your capability to work together in your clique, only one of your cliques will prove superior over the course of the next 10 days. I will be giving you each a bead, and he pulls out a little chest and clicks it open, and there is 3 beads in there. The first click to collect all 3 beads and return them to me will be recognized as the next click to graduate lessons and earn full accreditation. Gary Slaughter. Here's a purple bead for your clique. Frack. Here is an orange bead for your clique. And Eddie, here is a green bead for your clique. Again, as I have said, you have 10 days to complete this assignment. Do you have any questions for me?
What's our group's name?
I don't know.
Not my problem.
We're the Green Bead Group.
We are the Doors.
We've been calling ourselves the Green Beads for the last 6 years. Lots of foresight.
Okay. No, I don't have a question.
What's the feelings on violence?
Obviously, we are a school of illusion, misdirection. We play mind games, not physical games.
I mean, I could illusion, like grass over a hole. That can be both.
As the dean of the school, I cannot permit any physical violence toward your classmates. As you guys, the party, that pretty much as long as it doesn't leave any permanent marks, you can kind of get away with whatever within reason.
I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Wait, what?
on whom?
Everyone
who looks at it. And they're going to be like, oh, what's that?
On a more serious note, the Illusion Nation is one of 4 nations in the Eastern Hemisphere. The other 3 schools in the hemisphere are the schools of Abjuration, Evocation, and Enchantment. The School of Abjuration is the closest neighboring school. The nation of Abjuration is one of the most closed-off schools of the 8 academies. They prefer their solidarity and secrecy. The territory itself houses structures that are heavily fortified with reinforced magic to bolster defenses. The areas of land surrounding the area have anti-magic barriers, and a thick cloud of anti-scrying magic covers the entire nation. Abjuration mages have placed inscriptions on the mountains that surround the area to ensure their security. Abjuration magic consists of spells that protect, block, or banish. An abjuration specialist is called an abjurer. While these abjurers are prone to their secrecy, they are not completely without diplomacy. Heavily restricted trade agreements have been hammered out between the nation of Abjuration and the other nations. These trade deals are never carried out within the borders of the Abjuration nation. In time of war, it is suspected that the abjurers will remain neutral unless provoked. It is highly unlikely that the mountain wizards will come down from their peaks willingly. The Abjuration nation sits directly between the Illusion nation and the Evocation nation. While the illusionists will never voice their fears regarding the Evocation school, they are silently grateful that the abjurers block the path of the evokers. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this small piece of lore. If you would like more tidbits, or maybe to see maps or talk to the cast and crew, make sure to follow us on our social media or join our Discord. All of those links and more can be found at www.adafoolsquest.com.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.